What's up, guys? My name is Brock. You're watching The Modest Man, and today we're talking about makeup. Should guys wear makeup, or is that something only women do? Does wearing makeup mean you're vain, or you care too much about what you look like? Is it gay to wear makeup? That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to show you what I look like with makeup on, and I'll share my thoughts about whether or not you should wear it. But first, I know that this is a contentious topic. It's all wrapped up in gender and masculinity and these complicated, subjective, really heated topics that a lot of people have strong opinions on. So I want to talk about that part of it first. I think it's important, and this is going to be a little bit of a rant, but, bear with me. If you just want to see what I look like with makeup on, feel free to skip ahead. Now, as a YouTuber, I'm often on the receiving end of these strong opinions around masculinity and what men should or shouldn't do. I've seen so many YouTube comments, as I'm sure you have, that go something like, real men XYZ. Real men should never wear makeup. Real men always blank. Insert opinion here. And my response to these comments is, real men don't take advice from anonymous internet trolls. But seriously, any broad, sweeping generalizations are almost always inaccurate and usually rooted in some deep-seated insecurity. Now, Modest Man viewers tend to be very refined, polished, and courteous people, but if you do ever find yourself typing a comment that starts with "real men always" or "real men never," take a minute and think about why you're leaving that comment. Do you really care what other people do? I mean, if you're secure with yourself and with your version of masculinity, however that's expressed, it shouldn't really matter what other people do. But what I really can't stand is when I see other people leaving comments saying that certain behavior is unmanly, or even calling people gay because of what they're choosing to do, like something as trivial as wearing makeup. When people leave that kind of homophobic comment on my channel, I delete the comment and I actually ban that user so they can't leave any more comments on the channel. It's painful to say, but I actually have to do that every week, sometimes every day. I don't feel bad about it. No one should be, making fun of anybody else's gender or sexual orientation, or even using a term like gay as if it's an insult. Now, when it comes to makeup, the idea that putting makeup on your face is not manly is crazy, because men have been wearing makeup for tens of thousands of years. And we've been doing it for many different reasons. Makeup has played a role in art and love and war, attraction, intimidation, and just festivities for a long, long time. Pretty much the beginning of mankind. Now, I am not saying you should wear makeup. If you don't want to, you shouldn't. I just think that we need to kind of live and let live, let other guys do what they want to do. And above all, let's treat each other with respect. Even if they're just anonymous strangers on the internet, we're all going to have different opinions. We will never agree on a universal definition of what it means to be a man in 2020. It's just too complicated, and it's okay that we have different opinions about it. Now, back to makeup. I never thought about wearing makeup myself until I saw this brand Strix that is making corrective cosmetics specifically for guys. I think part of the reason why I never really considered wearing makeup is because just observing women and their routines, like in the morning and at night to remove the makeup, it just seems like it takes so long. It's just like, it's a big thing to add to your grooming routine. So when I heard about this brand, Strix, I was curious. It's not that I would wear it every day. Again, that seems like a lot of work. But for special occasions, or if I'm gonna be on camera, yeah, I think makeup could make sense. And after trying out makeup from Strix, which is just a concealer tool and a tinted moisturizer, I realized that it actually doesn't take that long, especially if you just use the concealer to apply the makeup. It takes a couple minutes max. For example, I can put on the Strix tinted moisturizer and use the concealer tool on any red spots or blemishes in less than 2 minutes. If I only use the concealer, it takes literally less than 30 seconds. And this is because there are just less steps. So for women, they're usually using like a foundation and then concealers and other stuff, eye stuff, but with Strix, it's just 2 steps. It's the concealer tool and the tinted moisturizer. I'll admit, it's a little weird seeing yourself with makeup on the first time, especially on camera. So if I'm not having a great face day, or if I have a pimple, I will use this stuff before I record a video, or if I'm going to an event like a conference or a wedding, I'll bring the concealer tool just in case. In my opinion, makeup is kind of like deodorant or teeth whitening strips or hairstyling products, dyeing your hair, plucking your nose hairs, shaving. It's just something you can do to improve your appearance. And I think just because traditionally it's been something that mostly women do and men don't do, it's kind of seen as feminine, but if you think about it, it's really not different than any other grooming behavior that you would do to improve your appearance. So like I said, I won't be using this every day, but I'm definitely keeping some on hand for as needed use and also special occasions. It just works, and once you see it work, once you use the concealer tool to cover up a pimple or a red spot, it's kind of hard not to want to use it again. So to answer the original question and the title of this video, should men wear makeup? Yeah, if they want to. And if they don't, no, do whatever you want. It doesn't mean that you're not a man if you wear makeup. It doesn't mean that you're more of a man if you don't. The key is that we don't judge each other for these, let's be honest, very, very trivial, mostly unimportant things. If you do want to try the tinted moisturizer and concealer tool from Strix, I will link to both down below in the description. Even if you're just curious, I think it's worth a shot. You might be surprised at how much you like it. Of course, I'd love to hear your opinion about men's makeup, so leave it down in the comment section. Of course, try to keep it respectful. Let's get the conversation going. Thank you as always for watching, and until next time, stay stylish.